Okay, I'm doing a review on some King James leather-bound wide margin Bibles. This is a Allan Calfskin Bible. I actually like the calfskin because it's a little bit firmer as opposed to the goat skin. From my knowledge anyway. It's kind of fun. This is actually a pretty thick Bible. Pretty thick Bible compared to, say, this Minister's Bible by Holman. It's a wide margin. And this is the World Heritage Bible. Now this one is kind of has the little squared off shape to it. This is a regular pen for size reference. It has three red bookmarks. Start at the beginning. The cover, it's not really flexible. It's kind of thick a little bit, which doesn't bother me at all. Dolaro leather, probably saying that wrong. Dolaro. It's not sewn on the edges here, but it looks like it's made with a lot of craftsmanship. I don't think it would have any problem holding up over time. The King James dedicatory, and it goes right into the text. Now, it's my impression from what I researched and found without actually having. That's why I got these Bibles, because I was having a hard time finding information on these. But it's my understanding that this text block, this font, excuse my lighting, is a little bit bigger than in the Cambridge Bible. I could be wrong about that. I don't have a Cambridge here. But one thing I found is it's basically the same size as a local church publisher 110 hand size, which is a much smaller Bible, has nice margins. So I was kind of honestly disappointed with that. I wanted a larger text size. It might not bother. I think they said it's like a 9.5, but then on the local church publisher webpage they said the font on this one is like a 8.5, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't know how true to scale a 9.5 estimation is of this font. But it's crisp font. It's easy to read. Same with the local church 110. Has the references and the translator notes in the middle. Also has little paragraphs before the chapter. Excuse me for shaking. I've been feeling too well lately. Big old wide margins. I don't know how much of that margin I would actually need, but I'll tell you what, the thing that I like about this is Smith sewn, of course. The thing I like about this one, it doesn't always start new books on a new page. I don't like, no, I wasn't saying that's what I like about it, I'm just talking. I don't like how they have the chapter heading in the middle of the page, because it's just, you know, when you're flipping through, you can't just see where it's at on the corner. You have to kind of open it up a little bit. Not a big deal. But I'll tell you what I really like about this one. When you come to the back, it doesn't put a concordance in here that, in my opinion, usually doesn't even get used by me anyway, in my experience. And when I do try to use it, it's kind of practically, I don't get a lot of use out of concordance, never have, unless it's like a Strong's, you know, but not at the back of the Bible concordance. It has these note pages, blank note pages, several of those, which I think is awesome. But there's more awesomeness to be seen. It says Allan binding. You get back here, this is a Bible map index for the maps that follow. Good maps. Several of them. And you got these line pages. This to me is beautiful. 2 sets of line pages, or 2 sets of you get what I'm saying, double column. And I mean, there's like, I don't know, like 60 pages here. Beautiful addition to a wide margin Bible. I mean, they're there for making notes. I think that's just awesome. A few of these, one of those thick papers, then back to the back cover. Excuse me. I was a little disappointed with the smaller text block. I thought it was going to be a little bigger. I'm not real fond of this is just my personal preference here, of the squared off type of a Bible. I'm kind of more of the long type of a person. That's my personal preference. It's heavy. Would I carry this as my main Bible? I mean, sure. I mean, it ain't gonna, but it's just a little heavy. It wouldn't, personally, even though this was the most expensive out of these Bibles, it would not be my primary choice at this present time. If I thought it over, maybe it would change, but it's probably because of the shape and the smaller font. If I'm going to go with a font that small, just go with the 110. And this is my personal preference, a local church. This font is slightly larger, I think. Slightly, if any. But the font on both is really crisp. I'm sorry, I'm shaking. And this is just a more compact package. Now, if you like to use the inside gutter, outside margins a lot, then there you go. I write letters like a A, and then I'll come down here and write A, and then write my note, and then a B, and come down here B, and write my note. And then I'll just write a 1 and come over here and write my scripture reference. Numbers for scripture references and letters for notes. But people do it different. There you go. That is your Allan Calfskin wide margin King James Version.